everyone, you're watching PokerNews.com and welcome back to the end of our coverage from the European Poker Tour Season 13 stop in Barcelona. I am with Sebastien Malec. A huge congratulations to you. This was an enormous field and you managed to qualify for only 27 euros, which makes this such a profitable event for you. Now, you were such a character to watch on the live stream. You made it a lot of fun, and somebody mentioned that you had said at some point in the day, like, I'm going to be an EPT champion. So you felt like it the whole time?
Not really. At first, when I came to the final table, I wanted to just ladder up a few pay jumps because there were short stacks. So I was going to the payout structure, and the stacks at the table were dictating my play. So once the two guys busted, and we were three guys busted, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were four-handed. All of us were pretty good players. So we discussed the deal, but the short stack didn't want it. I don't know why, because I think it was a good deal. And when we just played, they busted, and heads up was the most fun, like, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, obviously we have to talk about that. So heads up, there was a lot of moments that, you know, I think a lot of, maybe not as good of players would have kind of freaked out, maybe spazzed a little bit, maybe spewed, but you came back. It was an incredible kind of back and forth. So talk to us a little bit about the heads up experience.
Yeah, maybe it was just meant to be. I played like my pretty standard game at the first level we played together. And then, you know, I requested an earlier dinner break because I wanted to talk some my strategy with my friends. I thought it would be perfect to play one level with him and then, adjust, see what I can do differently. And we went to, eat some quick sushi. And one friend of mine, Michał Rudnik, Rudy SF, he just gave me a few tips because he's a sick player, and I just, used some of his strategies, but joined them with pretending that I was drunk and being drunk a little bit. I thought it would work perfectly, and it did. Also, Dmitry Urbanovic inspired me to do it because in Dublin he was all the time drunk and he won. Pretty yeah. So I thought it was like a good strategy, very good strategy overall. And so I did that. I ordered one Jack and Coke, and this level I just ran him over. Yeah, for sure some of it was card distribution, but I just wanted to throw him off his game, make him uncomfortable, like he didn't know what I was doing, because I just saw that he didn't really look at the stream with delay. So I think it would be a pretty good strategy. Then it was like up and down. There's one hand when I called him with third pair and hit a gutch on the river. I was pretty bummed out about that, but the key moment was when he called my overbet two-time spot on the river when I had trips, not chip nines. I didn't know what he had, but maybe he could find a fold there. I just think my strategy worked. Like, he didn't know what to do. I don't know. The last hand was pretty epic. So for those of us we're all still 30 minutes behind on the live stream, so we all missed what happened in the last hand. So tell me about what happened. I saw you taking selfies while the cards were coming out. I was like, it's happening. Yeah, a lot of times in this heads-up match, I had nut draws to nut flushes and gut shots to nut straights. So when I saw that I flopped, a nut flush draw in position, and he led, it was a perfect spot for me to raise and hit, because we're thinking about this spot similarly. We were leading a lot, we were check raising a lot, playing non-standard poker pretty much. So I knew I had to raise this, because if I hit, he has a lot of hands that I dominate, equity-wise. I dominate his hands, he's never I see the board right here, so he never has a pair, right? So I raised with ace high for value, and if I hit a lot of cards, it was perfect card on the turn. So he hits because he had an open-ended with backdoor flush draw. So he led, sure, he can lead, he can check raise, he can check call, whatever. He led, I raised. I used these really big sizings and to confuse him. Sometimes I did it with bluffs. Once I bet 5 million on queen deuce for 6. I had 8-3, so he check shoved and folded. So next time I raise and bet 5 million, I have the nuts, right? And he calls. I knew he had because even though what I was doing, I was counting aloud what the pot was, what my chip stack was. So I just like thought out loud about the sizing. So I knew he had a pot behind, so perfect pot size shove on the river. And the river, like, well, I didn't have the nuts on the river, but he never has any full houses there. So yeah, I just shoved and like, yeah, I just, because I was worried he might fold because I was doing such a show. But earlier when I had trips, I tried to do like reverse thing and don't talk. Don't look too confident, and this time like I did the polarized opposite of that. So when earlier I bet 2 pots on the river with chips, I was like just drinking my drink, and then and the last hand was like, I knew like this card was so perfect that he had to have something like a straight, a flush. Like once he calls on the turn, right, he has to have a straight or a lower flush. So I just shoved and like decided I would go in a different direction. Maybe I don't know. He would probably call me anyway, but it was more fun and. Yeah.
Always watching your play, it seemed like, every time you would do one thing in the same situation, the next hour you do something completely different.
Like balancing my, my play, I was balancing my play in every single way, like.
It was great. It was beautiful to watch, and I don't know what they're doing in Poland, but I'm telling you, they're making poker prodigies.
Yeah.
I hope we see a lot more of you. It was a great accomplishment and fun to watch. If you guys didn't watch, you definitely want to check out the live stream on PokerStars.tv. In the meantime, stay tuned for the winner of the High Roller. I'm Sarah Herring. You're on PokerNews.com.